everyone, to a special bonus episode number 489 of, I don't know, is it the Riverfront Bengals show? Is it Late Night Reds? I can't tell. No, it is the Riverfront. I am your host, Nate Dotson. We're coming at you during All-Star Week just to get a little extra content because we miss our Reds. We're not getting their feel after what has been the most fantastic first half of the season that we've had in some time. Let's go around the horn real quick. Introduce yourself, guys. We'll start off with you. Joe Farfsing, host of the Riverfront Bengals show. Welcome. How are you, brother?
I'm fantastic. You pretty much introduced all that was important about me to say anyway, so.
So much more important about you.
I'm doing awesome. I am ready for Friday for games to play again. Since the Reds only have a reliever pitching tonight, I might watch it, but whatever.
Because we are getting together with the members of the patreon.com/Riverfront Cincy family, where you too can join the Riverfront family. Also joining us today is the man, the myth, the legend, my guy, your friend, Tim Daniel. What's going on, brother Tim?
Whoa, the man, the myth, the legend. That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. I got to tell my wife.
Does the legend outsize the man, though?
Joe, this is a safer work environment.
It is? It's after hours.
It was on the podcast. We know that's true. So what we are going to do today is a little something different, something we're going to try to start doing fairly regularly, which is come to you earlier in the week and drop I don't know if we'll work on the title a little bit. We'll call them quick hits for today. We're going to run through some sort of gimmick week to week, Reds related, but not necessarily the same format that you're used to. So this week, what we decided to do is run a Reds organizational draft. So the three of us are going to pick a catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, 3 outfielders, a DH, 3 starting pitchers, and 2 relief pitchers. And not just from the major league team, from the entire Reds organization. I guess you can get a little bit loose with positions, but it has to be realistic. When we just kind of litigated off air was Jonathan India can only be shortstop or DH, but
second base.
Maybe second base or DH, but some other guys maybe lower down in the pipeline, the Carlos Jorge's of the world, they can be second base or shortstop. We don't know where they'll end up, and we're not going to project that here. I guess the next sort of topic for discussion is strategy. What we're going to do is we're going to put each of these rosters out onto the Twitter webs and let you all vote on who you think won the draft. And mostly, we just hope it goes better for Tim than the MLB movie draft did.
True. True.
Yeah, that was a nice moment.
Yeah, whether that strategy is popularity contest or actually the lineup that you think would win a game against the other hypothetical lineups, leave that up to yourself. Joe's already said that he is going to be drafting some obscure Reds that actually don't qualify. So I'm going to laugh, but I don't like his chances.
Willie Taveras going 1-1.
All right.
Let's jump right into this. Any questions before we get started?
Let's dance.
All right, let's do the random list.
Aren't you glad I told you about that?
You did tell me about this. And for the first pick in the draft, we have Joe Farfsing. I am second, and Tim, you have the wraparound snake pick number 3.
Of course I do.
You get your second pick before any of us does. This is pretty obvious here. I'm going with Electricidad de la Cruz.
Obviously the choice. I think he's the, if not the best player in the Reds org right now, today, as we record this, he's the most exciting guy to have on your roster. All right, second pick goes to me. I am going to do it because I'm a homer, and you guys can suck it. Joey Votto, my first baseman.
Oh, well, this sets me up awfully nice.
Yeah.
I'm taking Matt McLain because I'm thinking about my future. And he's the second best future for the squad. So give me Mr. Matt McLain. And I will go ahead and take my first starter. I'm going to take Andrew Abbott.
Number 1 pitcher off the board. That's a pick. I don't hate it.
No.
To me, at number 2, Tim with a strong start, I am going to go with Yes.
Who'd you pick? I'm sorry, you broke up for a second.
I'm going to go with an outfielder in Spencer Steer.
Ah,
A little bit loose with my outfield options there, but he's played a couple innings and we're going to count it. And I'm also the host, so.
There you go.
I mean, I would have counted him as an outfielder. He was actually going to be my next pick. We will go. We'll go with Hunter. Get my first arm out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
For you a lot.
See, this is when it gets a little because I don't say obvious, but we'll go Johnny India.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to lie. That is a little bit higher than I thought Mr. India would go. So where do you want him? Left field?
Batting seventh, playing DH. Anger the interwebs.
This is a pretty weak position, and I don't want to miss out on my guy. So throw one out to the prospect coverage real quick. And I'm going to take an early chance on Alfredo Duno as my catcher.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Some Duno stats real quick. I can't. He's in like the Dominican League or something. But I saw Doug Gray post something today saying he's hitting about 415 with 1,000 home runs and as many walks as strikeouts. So not a huge name, but it's going to age well.
I like it. All right. So got Abbott. I've got McLean. I'm going to go with at my third base spot here. I'm going to go with Mr. Noelvi Marte for my first of my two. I like him a lot, and I think it's kind of he's been playing a little bit of that over there in the Dayton Dragons organization.
820 OPS on the year, just got a promotion. You're gonna like that, Tim.
Yeah, I'm all in for that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my next starting pitcher, and I'm gonna get Mr. Lodolo.
Nick Lodolo.
Oh, I was hoping that he would make his way back to me for this round. He did not. I'm going to have to keep going on offense right now because I don't see a ton of difference in the pitchers from here on, at least the starting pitchers.
So you're going the 2000 and the mid 2000 Reds model.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the crap out of the ball and find someone to take some innings. Eric Milton is going to be available for you.
give me for DH our guy Christian Encarnacion Strand.
Nice.
See, I debated him. I am actually not convinced that he's ever going to have one at bat as a Cincinnati Red. I think there is a better than average chance he is dealt before he wears a Cincinnati Reds uniform at Great American. All right, we will go
for this draft.
What's that?
Right, but that's a weird strategy for this draft.
I'm going third base, Cam Collier. I think he's going to be an absolute monster.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, the guy can hit. And then to double that around, we will go Sal Stewart at first base. Those two are kind of inextricably linked. They drafted back-to-back last year. They're both in low A. Stewart's having a lot better season. I think he's a little bit of a higher floor guy. So
I like it.
That a lot. For my next pick, I am going to go with. Do I want to go prospect or do I want to go? I can't pass on him. Chad would kick me off this podcast forever. Give me Will Benson. Will the Thrill. Steamin' Willie Benson. Sorry, Tim.
That's okay. That's all right. Well, I better grab an outfielder before they all run off here. Heck.
He runs the game.
Oh yeah, I don't have any either.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my guy, Mr. Friedel. That's my first outfielder. I think I'm a big fan of bunting, and as you guys know very much, but no one does it better than him. So give me old Friedel, and then I'm going to go ahead and stack up on my pitching, get my relief pitcher, and get the all-star tonight, Mr. Alexis Diaz.
Nice call.
I think this is already going better than my movie draft.
One question, like some of the arms that are starters in the minors, can we project them to be relievers?
I mean, with how many starters they
many
have, I don't know if you have a choice. Yeah.
Right.
I think that's okay. We can put
Okay.
them in the pen for this playoff roster.
Cool.
I got to be true to myself here. Who would I be if I did not draft my guy Graham Ashcraft?
There you go. Got to get your Doug on.
But he's been my guy forever. I own all the real estate on Ashcraft Island.
I like it.
I would have used Ashcraft as a reliever, but I'm all right with it. We will go with Rake Fraley.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. Let's see. I still need second baseman, catcher, outfielder, and some more arms. I'm gonna go with Rhett Lauder.
Oh, for going early.
Freshly drafted. I'm looking more long term. I mean, I've got younger guys on my already, so I'm looking more long term. Plus, I think he's probably the safest bet to be the first pitcher. Skeens, I think it might take him a little bit longer just because I don't know, like his stuff is so I don't say high risk, but I mean because the guy's huge and healthy. But I think Lauder's going to be up. I mean, he's got a chance to be up by the at some point next year.
Draft picks were up for debate whether or not they should be included, but it just seemed too timely not to allow them.
Yeah.
And we're going to hold hopes high that those guys are Reds officially very soon. Good pick, Joe. Good pick.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
My turn now.
Yeah, totally your turn.
Next, I'm going to go back to the prospect board here, and I'm going to go ahead and round out my outfield with somebody that's all of our listeners and viewers today, but probably should be and will be very soon. A guy named Hector Rodriguez.
Nice. Had him on my big board.
Is a guy that if you're league and he is available, go pick him up now. The kid is mashing and he's like 11 years old.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, now, I guess I'll go ahead and sure up my catcher. I'll take Ty Steve. Has had a nice second half of the first half of the season. So, if that makes any sense, it doesn't, but that's okay. It's me talking here.
If you would have told me that I was going to take a non-Tyler Stevenson catcher 6 picks before him when the season started, I would have said you're nuts.
And then I will also go ahead and fill up my middle infield. I got Matt McLean at short, so I'm going to take my new good friend Carlos Jorge of the Daytona Tortugas at second base.
Jerk.
Another guy that I was hoping would fall.
Yeah.
My first base is going to be brutal compared to your guys's, but everything else, I feel pretty good.
Here, back to me. I am going to stay in the infield with a guy named Ricardo Cabrera. I'm going to put him at. Yes, I'm not sure if he's a second or third. He's just listed as a. See, Ricardo was an international signing from last year, I believe, and a lot of people think that he should have been the top international prospect. Another young guy who is just an absolute stallion.
Yeah, Venezuelan, I think, shortstop. Yeah, he's going to be coming up big time. It's a guy that I want, but I'm not sure where I can put him, so we'll hold off on that right now. We need a catcher too. We also need outfielders. Man, kind of waited on some spots. We'll go with high floor or high ceiling, super low floor with Alan Serta. Guy's an athletic toolsy. I mean, he's there's a lot of Aristides Aquino in him, but
That's the truth.
we shall see. He actually has he walks, which is definitely something that you couldn't say about Aristides. Next for my reliever, I'm so upset that you don't have Ricky Karcher listed.
Now you can take Ricky Karcher. You 100% can take Ricky Karcher.
I'm not gonna go with Ricky Karcher.
You can put him at third base if you want.
Is there any more of a fun player who's had literally one day in the major leagues and he'll never see? He's back with he's back with the best. He's never going to see he's never going to see an MLB clubhouse again as a player.
Did you see he got a MLB The Show Moments card in Diamond Dynasty for that one?
Wow, that's a day, man.
He's 91 overall.
That's fantastic. Okay, so I need a second baseman. I'm going with. He's struggling in Dayton right now, but I'm gonna go with Edwin Arroyo. A lot of people thought that he was going to be that he was the better pick, or the better talent that they got with him and Marte. So I will go with Arroyo.
When he would slide, since you already had a shortstop, and that's his primary position, but we'll allow it.
He's gonna. the Reds have 87 shortstops, so these guys are gonna have to play other.
I think they took 3 today. So
yeah, and they took Sammy Stafura. Was the guy the other day?
Yeah,
second round.
I need to get some pitchers in my life. So let's go back to the starter bin, and I'm going to go with my guy Chase Petty.
Oh, I was going to take him.
Go with some high floor guys here to round out, since I don't have the top heavy dudes that y'all do. So
I like it.
I'm cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to take my guy here in the outfield. I got to take Nicholas Peter Senzel because I'm not doing my job as the host of Late Night Reds if I don't.
As the most homer of all the homer picks so far.
Yeah, as the president of the Nick Senzel fan club, I felt like this is a necessity.
I was hoping I wasn't going to have to take him, so I appreciate you doing
that. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. And I'm going to take our comp first round pick this year, out of the College World Series champion LSU Tigers for my third starter. I'm going to take Ty Floyd.
He's going to move fast,
dude.
A lot of strikeouts, a lot of he's a pretty much straight up fastball pitcher right now, but man, he's a dude. He's going to be a dude.
I like him.
Well, here, see what we need. I still need a third baseman, a shortstop, another starter, and 2 relievers.
Yeah, I need an outfield.
You know what? I am going to go ahead and snatch up another reliever real quick. I need to get my guy, Lucas Sims. Lucas Sims, you are on Team Nate. Just rock solid setup, man. Loved his work all year. Welcome to the team.
That's good.
All right, so I need a catcher, another outfielder, starting pitcher, and 2 relievers. I'm going a little off the books here. There's no chance this guy makes the majors as a starter, but he throws like 187 miles an hour when he can find the plate. He's got averages 27 strikeouts per 9 innings, 35 walks per 9 innings. Give me Joe Boyle, that huge horse from Notre Dame. I've got him as a relief pitcher.
Love Joe Boyle.
If he can figure out how to even remotely find the strike zone half the time. His stuff is so he's going to be a fun guy to watch because you don't know where the hell the pitch is going.
Yep. Plus he went to a great school.
Don't call me Ricky Karcher Boyle.
Exactly. He's 75th percentile Ricky Karcher. I think that's a great way to put it. I think that's a good thing. And I am going to all name team Jacob Hurtubise.
Oh, the Army kid.
High floor, low ceiling, but I think he's got a chance to be another Senzel Fraley, the guy who's maybe not, or maybe not like a Friedel, but I think he's absolutely got a chance to be a useful player here before too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome name.
Where am I now? But a little bit tight. Okay, I am going to go with for my. And I'm going to get a little bit loose here
we're
because he
getting loose.
really just plays first base, but I'm calling an audible as the host. And I got to go with my hefty boy, Ruben Ibarra. I could not let this draft finish without me getting a guy who in no business looks like he should be wearing a Major League Baseball uniform, but hits taters 600 feet. I love this guy. Go watch the YouTube clips. He mashes.
He is
Welcome to the squad.
slimmed down. You look at pictures of him last year in Daytona versus him now in Dayton, and he's definitely switched to more high protein, low carbs. That's the guy I wanted to pick, but I had no place for. I love that dude. He
Yeah,
just looks like he's a fun guy.
I feel the same way about him. Am I at my 2 or does Joe got to go again?
You're
I am up. Okay, I
Yeah.
lost track. I was researching because I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna have to play first base.
Hi, Steve.
I guess I could have, yeah, couldn't I? But that's okay. My headphones are jacking up. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go and fill in my outfield and DH spot with my back-to-backs. First outfield, I'm gonna go my pal Jay Allen the second. I still really believe that he can be a really good player in the big leagues, and I don't know if it's gonna be for the Reds, but there's something, that speed is, something that everyone's excited about, and his contact rate's getting better through time. So I'm gonna do that. I like him a lot. And then for my DH, I'm gonna go a guy that I suggested they should do in the Chapman deal. They never did, but has just gone crazy since I said that about him. So give me Rhys Hines.
Wondering if he was going to get drafted. I thought he would have gone sooner. He has really been on a tear lately.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That value, Tim. That's good value on Rhys Hines. I'm going to round out my position players here, and I'm going to go with a guy named Leonardo Balcazar. Leonardo is down in Daytona. Currently got an 898 OPS, and it's the all-around talent. Not a flashy name. Not going to win me any popularity picks, but draft.
He's got one of the best names. Can't argue that. I mean, that's just a fantastic name. Let's see. So I need a couple pitchers. Starter, I will go with. Actually, surprised he's still around. Connor Phillips.
Yeah, I was close to getting him.
I kind of thought it was one I didn't want to get too high because I think he's lower ceiling than Chase Petty, but I think he's he's going to be 4 or 5 starter. So happy to have him on my roster, the Cincinnati Joes. Relief pitcher. Can I just pick another utility guy and have anybody else?
Jason Vossler.
We'll go. We're going to pretend that I know that he's going to be good coming off the injured list after not pitching in the past 17 years. TJ Antone, he's 29 years old already, and he's made like 5 appearances. Looks fantastic in each and every one of them. Just nasty breaking stuff. We'll make him my second reliever.
I like it. I was going to take him actually in this round, so
you'll be happy with that. He's the watch me rehab video all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like he's like the Zion Williamson of Reds baseball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A little bit better than Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
My starting rotation real quick, and I am going to take Brandon Williamson. Pretty down on Mr. Williamson, mainly because he was horrible and then got promoted to the major leagues. But he was a good prospect. We got him as the centerpiece of that was the Jesse Winker Eugenio Suarez trade, and he's looked really good these last few weeks. The advanced stuff likes him too, so I think that as the next last pick in my draft, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
What? 2 to go. The last 2 picks.
Yep.
For you.
My last 2?
Yeah.
Okay, God, I lost all sort of track of this process here. So, I don't love anything left available for me here. So I guess I'm gonna round it out by
Kevin Newman.
I guess I do need a first baseman. So, um, all right, my last reliever, just because he has looked okay since he came back last week, I'm gonna go Tony Santion, and I just don't trust Buck Farmer. Sometimes he looks awesome, sometimes he's frightening. And Santion has overall been solid when he's pitched, in his big league career. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to roll the dice with him. And then I guess my last pick, because I need a first baseman. This has come down to who's playing first base in Louisville quite a bit. And I guess I'm going to go Matt Reynolds because he's raking in Louisville right now.
He's got over 1,000 OPS.
I know.
This on stats, that's a fantastic pick.
Yeah. On AAA stats.
The 4A All-Stars.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's just happy he got picked.
Yeah. He's like, you guys thought of me?
At last pick, I need to go with a reliever. And that reliever for me is going to be a guy who came off the DL recently and has looked really, really good, shoring things up in the seventh inning mostly. But the long arm, Derek Law.
He has looked decent since he came back.
Performance-wise, he's looked decent. But have you seen anyone that looks like more of a goober?
Yeah.
He's like, again, and I'm not here to shame people's appearance. God knows I'm lacking in that department. But
no, you're not.
He's
quit speaking down yourself.
Hey, I've got a beautiful wife, so I did something right, and she didn't marry me for the money. So, he's a goofy. He makes some goofy faces. We'll put it that way. I'm not saying he's a bad looking guy. He has a very derpish looking.
He definitely looks like he always smells something funny.
Just farted and didn't want anybody to know about it.
Right. Yeah.
You don't pass Derek Law on the street and go, world class athlete.
Right. I think about Jokic though, and so I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean that's dude's dominant, and he doesn't look like a basketball player. So, I need a catcher.
Matthew
so the
Nelson,
options are.
Sign it up.
What's that?
Matthew Nelson, sign it up.
See, I don't know. I like the name Daniel Veoheen because it's just a cool name. The same reason I got Jacob Hurtabeezy. It's all name team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of talk that Connor Burns might be the first catcher up from this year's draft. He went to a certain college in Charlottesville, Virginia, so that would make the Dotson contingent happy with this pick. So I'm gonna go with Connor Burns.
There you go.
He's really good defensive catcher. He's probably not going to be much of a hitter, or at least isn't projected to be much of a hitter. But he'll be up quickly, so I'm okay with that.
How about the fact the Reds drafted a guy today with the last name Moon? Just perfect for playing baseball.
Fantastic.
I know. Just excellent.
Chucky Robinson.
He's, someone who clearly wasn't MLB ready. He's smoking the ball. He's been hitting the ball well all year down in Louisville.
Yeah, he has.
4 OPS right now.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to do it. Let's run through some of these picks real quick. Catcher, I went with prospect Alfredo Duna. Tim went with Mr. Date My Sister, Tyler Stevenson. And Joe with Connor Burns. I don't know. I feel pretty good about me and Tim right there. Joe, I don't know.
Not so much first base.
Hey, my guy can buy a pack of cigarettes or a beer. Okay, what can your guy do? Right. He can't even drive.
Hopefully your guy shares. First base, I've got Joey Votto. I'll just run through my roster and let you all do the same. So I got Joey Votto at first, Ricardo Cabrera at second, Ruben Ibarra slugging bombs at third base, shortstop Leonardo Balcazar, my outfield, strong outfield, Spencer Steer, Will Benson, and Hector Rodriguez with Christian Encarnacion Strand as my DH. And then we rounded out with Graham Ashcraft, Chase Petty, and Brandon Williamson as my starters. Lucas Sims, Derek Law on the pen. I like what I'm seeing right there. How you feel about your squad?
I think you've got the best offense, or at least potentially the best offense of all of us.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so I went catcher, Tyler Stevenson. He's handsome, so I think I got that going for me, right? Matt Reynolds at first base because I didn't have a choice. Carlos Jorge at second base. He plays second base and shortstop, but rakes. Noelvi Marte at third base, who I think has, that's probably going to be the position of the future for him. Matt McClain at short. I know he'll eventually be playing second base for this big league club, but that's okay. The bunting machine, TJ Friedel. Nicholas Peter Senzel, because he can play everywhere, but I guess here I'm going to have him play outfield. I shouldn't say he can play everywhere. I should say he does play everywhere.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it. And then I went Jay Allen the second, who is, I think, going to be back pretty soon from his injury, if he's not already.
I think he is. I think he came back a couple weeks ago.
Okay, cool. So I feel good, even better now. Designated hitter, I went Reese Hines. I think he's got a super high ceiling. Not sure he'll ever play for the Reds, but I like him a lot. And then my rotation was Andrew Abbott, Nick Lodolo. I went Southpaw there, team lefties for life. And I went Ty Floyd out of LSU, the Reds' compensatory first-round pick this year. And my bullpen is Alexis Diaz, the All-Star, and Tony Santillan.
That's I like that second base, third base, shortstop combo you got right there, Tim.
Pretty excited about it.
Very, very athletic, absolutely athletic. Yeah, Jay Allen's been back 35 at bats. He's not hitting well, but he's come back from injury, so we'll give him that. So at least he's playing. Hey,
yeah.
All right, so I went more, we'll say, high potential over established, but we got Connor Burns, freshly drafted. Well, assuming he signs, catching South Stewart. That guy's gonna absolutely. He's been raking since the second he popped out of the crib. At first, Edwin Arroyo at second. Someone's not gonna be able to play short, so I think second's at least a legitimate landing spot for him. Cam Collier, again, another dude who just second he popped out, just absolutely raking. The man, the myth, the legitimate legend, Electricidad de la Cruz.
Saying Tim's not a legitimate legend, and I will.
I'm saying Tim is our legend. He is our man. He is ours. I don't really want to share. I mean, we need to share him with the outside world because we put out stuff for people to enjoy. But
the de la Cruz of the podcast world,
right? He's not 6'6", 200 pounds of absolute lightning. Outfield, we have the Rake Fraley. What's that?
Not with that attitude, I'm not.
In your day, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could absolutely pick him up and put him down on the bases.
Nope.
Base clogger. Rake Fraley, Alan Serta, who again he's got a lot of Aristides Aquino, good, bad, otherwise, but he's going to make the majors. I mean, I think he might be Jose Siri, a guy who kind of got, he surprisingly has made a heck of a career out of himself, being a defensive, awesome defender, ton of power and a ton of speed. Jacob Hurtabizi, just because I think it's a fantastic name and it reminds me of Tortoise for some reason.
And you support the troops.
Exactly. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
He's from Army.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. Cool. Go Army, beat Navy. Jonathan India at DH because I don't want him playing the infield because he's not good at it, but he's still a quality major leaguer. Deserves a spot. I mean, he can, he can hit. Hunter Green, Rhett Lauder, Connor Phillips as my starting pitchers. Joe Boyle throwing about 137 miles an hour at somebody's head. Sometimes might come over the plate. He's going to be a fun watch whenever he makes his way up to AAA majors, whatever. And TJ Antone, as soon as he gets done with his 37th Tommy John surgery, how perfect is it that he's TJ and he's had several TJ surgeries? But again, he's dynamite, like absolutely, like his stuff. I mean, again, upper 90s, just wipe out breaking stuff when he's if he's anywhere close to what he was when he came out there. So
particularly confident in his picks because he had to explain them all.
We'll shout out. We'll let the public decide. I mean, it's
Oh no, I'm learning this from my little home run derby tweet yesterday. That oh my god,
that went over. That went over pretty big. I mean, it got a ton of reaction. Got a ton.
But did you guys know Todd Frazier won a home run derby? I didn't.
Todd Frazier was in a home run derby?
I didn't know until yesterday when everyone told me.
Did you know he was the top father?
Yeah.
And he had Fly Me to the Moon as his walk-ups.
It was awesome.
do is put up a little graphic with everybody's team. We'll put it out there on Twitter, and we want you all to let us know who you think won this draft. And if you don't give us your opinion on who you think won, at least let us know how you felt about Tim not including Todd Frazier on his list of ideal Reds home run derby participants, because the rest of the internet sure as heck did. I would like to shout out Ben Lively, and didn't make the cut, but love what he's doing for the Reds this year. Kevin Newman, sorry, bro. Jose Barrero, gross. Luke Weaver. Anybody else that you think could have made it that didn't?
I mean, if I put Tyler Stevenson at first base, you could have made a case for Luke Maley as a really good defensive catcher. Local Luke.
Yeah. He's fun.
More total bases on the season than Luke Maley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he controls the running game like nobody. I mean, he's got an absolute dime. Like his arm strength, his pop time. Like it was game against Washington, I think. He threw somebody out, looked over to the dugout,
see that
and
shit?
mouth. You like that shit. I mean, he's the one that came up with America's team. So he right there, he's a stud in my book.
Local Luke.
Exactly.
That was fun. I told you we could get it done in a reasonable amount of time. We are going to hop off here and go join the crew over at patreon.com/riverfrontcincy. We are all getting together to Zoom it up, watch the All-Star game tonight starting at 8 o'clock, and just hang out, maybe have an adult beverage or two, and have a good time. Joe, any parting thoughts before we get out of here?
I'm ready for the season to start or to resume on Friday. This has been one of the most unexpectedly. I mean, I thought this was the 2020 Bengals where you see the pieces coming. This might be the 2021 Bengals when they're making when they're making a legitimate run. So I'm having a hell of a lot of fun. Zero expectations. So if whatever happens, they don't quite pull it out of the end. It's been a hell of a ride. So enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm really glad I bet the over on March 30th.
Yeah, good call on that one, man.
Yeah.
They're almost at the over already.
Yeah, 16 wins away. So. Nope. Just that the Riverfront is the coolest, and if you aren't subscribed to us, you're wrong.
What are you doing?
Like Tim said, please go to youtube.com/riverfrontcincy. Give us a little subscribe right there. Help the family out. We mentioned Patreon. We're on all the podcast apps. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is on the app that you choose to listen to these things on. Tell your kids, tell your wife, tell your cousins. Just give us a like. Give us a follow. They don't even have to listen to us. We don't care. We do care. We want you to.
Yeah.
So shout out to Joe and Tim. Thank you guys very much. And shout out to the man who went undrafted, but will always be a number 1 overall pick in our hearts, Ricky Karcher. Y'all have a good one. Go Alexis Diaz.